how to make this beautiful brisket. It is 15 pounds. Probably gonna cut about 2 pounds off because I gotta slice all of this extra fat. So the method I'm gonna be using is I'm gonna use my binder, which is mustard. You can use any other binder if you wanna use olive oil or if you wanna use oyster sauce. I am gonna also use this HEB Texas Original Brisket Rub, which has sea salt and other tenderizers. You can use any rub that you like. If you want to use a Central Texas rub, all you need is 50% salt and 50% pepper. A brisket is comprised of 2 muscles. We have the flat, which is this portion right here, and we also have the point, which is this portion over here. They overlap each other like this, so they're not right on top of each other. They're kind of offset, so it's gonna look exactly like this. So the first thing you wanna do is remove any hard fat. Hard fat is not gonna render when you cook it, so we're gonna go ahead and then eliminate this right here, which is, if you fill it, it's gonna be pretty hard. You wanna effectively carve off the hard fat, not digging deep into the meat. Next, you want to remove all of the gray old meat on the side. I'm gonna take about 1/4 of an inch off and just get this nice and round. And flip this over. Majority of this side right here has fat. You want to remove at least 1/4 to the most 1/2 of an inch of fat. The fat side is a personal preference on how much you want to remove. You can remove about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, absolute most. Now that this is nice and trim, let's season this bad boy. This right here, mustard, we're gonna add as a binder. Then seasoning. Try to get it all over. Flip it over. Don't get it on you. So after Mr. Brisket's massage spa with mustard, it's time to season it with your rub. You want to go high, that way you get an even season. After seasoning, pat it down. All right, let's flip this bad boy over. You want to be pretty generous with the seasoning. Again, start on a high point, that way you can get it evenly seasoned. We're gonna allow this to sit for about 20 to 30 minutes so it can allow the meat to sweat. The seasoning is gonna absorb some of that moisture. While the meat is sweating, let's get this bad boy started. We're using our Traeger. We're gonna fill it with the pellets. We're gonna set it for 275. Now that it's filled with the pellets, set it for 275. Press tonight. You can hear that bad boy purr. Let's go check on our meat. With the Traeger smoker, you have an app that you can use where you can check to see where the temperature is, what you set it for. It automatically adds pellets, that way it can stay at the temperature that you need it. So different pellets will give you a different flavor because it's different smoke. Definitely can't wait to try this brisket. It's been about 20 minutes. You can see that the meat is already sweating. You can see all of that moisture that's coming out from the seasoning. I'm cooking with the fat side up, so when it renders, all of the nice juices is gonna shower over the remaining of the brisket. That way it gives it its wonderful flavors. I'm also gonna let it cook here for 5 to 6 hours. You want it to reach an internal temperature of 160. I have the probe in my brisket, that way the app will notify me when it reaches that 160 temperature. So we finally reached that 160 for the temperature. Let's take it out. Let's look how beautiful it is. It has that gorgeous mahogany color. And it is at that 160, that what I'm looking for. Time to take it off and bring it inside. Guys, so just took this off the smoker. Now it's time to wrap it. There's different ways that you can wrap it. I'm going with the more forgiving way, which is using heavy duty aluminum. I'm taking 2 pieces, gonna put the brisket on top and then wrap it. You can also go with the Texas style, which is using unwaxed pink butcher paper. I'm cooking it in the aluminum to lock in all of the juices, plus it's also more forgiving. Once it's already done cooking, I'm going to take it out of the foil, cook it for another 20 more minutes just so it can bring that beautiful part back. Let's get wrapping. You want to swallow it like you're swaddling a baby. I'm gonna put it into the Traeger. We're gonna set the temperature again for 275. We're gonna cook it for 2 more hours until it reaches an internal temperature of 203. I'm putting it in with the fat side up. Say hello to my chickens. They're hoping to get a piece of that really good, beautiful brisket. All right, guys, now that I have my brisket in the Traeger, I'm gonna set the app to 205. The app's gonna let me know when the temperature is ready and for me to check on my brisket. Alright guys, so we have been letting this sit for at least an hour in a cooler. Now it's time to cut it open. Look how tender this is. Wow. Don't want to let all of the juices out, but look how juicy that is. I'm gonna cut at least 1/4 of an inch. Well, this part's a little bit thicker, but this has a great balance of fat. You can see the chard line here. Look how juicy that is. It's literally just dripping off. It's very tender, really moist. Now the moment of truth. Oh my god. Wow. That's really good. Super soft, super tender. Mouth watering. Great flavor. It's still warm. Oh, this is really good. Alright guys, I'm gonna toot my own horn because I've been to many barbecue places, but this right here is delicious. I've cut a slice and I only got a couple of bites left, but this is really, really good. I'm actually very proud of myself. I hope you're proud of yourself too, because if you follow these simple steps, yours came out as good as this one. Oh my God.